good old 70s model. Now, I'm not one of those who says everything was always much better in the good old days. But when it comes to football, let's face it, they were. And in the next 6 weeks, we're going to relive the great soccer days of the 70s, where men were men. And George Best proved it every night of the week. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action. You'll love it. The 70s, a time when British football ruled the waves, a time of managerial giants and footballing geniuses.
Tosha, Keegan, 1-0.
Hey, Buzz! For missing the target from there, you want bloody shooting!
And a fair share of scoundrels and scallywags. A decade of lasting style. We kick off with the 1970-71 season and the most controversial title race of the decade. The Tories had just won the general election, England had lost the World Cup, and Leeds United were the outstanding team of the time. Favourites to win just about everything, including the Eurovision Song Contest. Wrong. Pipped at the post in both the League and the Cup back in May, Leeds were the side that everyone feared. Unsullied by the swinging 60s, they revelled in their reputation as the unfashionable outsiders, who everyone loved to hate.
And make the Raptors ring, we've a team we can be proud of, and Don Revie is the king, as Leeds go marching on.
Manchester United, then as now, was home to the stars. But the glamour team which had lifted the European Cup were losing their looks. They were more and more dependent on George Best, who could still run rings round his opponents.
Yes!
But was leading his own club a merry dance too. Meanwhile, a southern challenge was brewing in North London, where Arsenal looked hungry for success. Scottish captain Frank McClintock marshalled a mean defence, with Peter Cold Eyes Story patrolling an even meaner midfield. Radford and Kennedy were the weapons up front.
No, here is tonight's football.
In the days when summers really were summers, the season opened amid sweltering heat, even in Manchester, as 55,000 saw Leeds take on United at Old Trafford.
Number 7, Lorimer. Jones, a great goal! That was a picture book goal by Mick Jones.
Arsenal's playmaker and future manager George Graham was in peak form a week later, when Manchester United, playing here in blue, visited Highbury.
On by Gary Redknapp. 14 minutes and a goal by John Radford. Story has moved to the inside right position. Armstrong in the middle. Redford on his own. 2 goals in 4 minutes for Arsenal. Graham. Rice. Graham. Story. Kennedy going in. Redford!
Everything was hunky-dory on the terraces at Highbury, which was more than could be said elsewhere.
Yeah.
This much-heralded meeting between the Home Secretary and leaders of football interests and the police has been anything but conclusive. And it may be significant that a statement put out by the Home Office after the meeting refers to the best way to deal with a minority of troublemakers.
What is it good for? Absolutely. Now listen to me. I despise. 'Cause it means destruction of innocent lives. War means...
Well, to say it's a problem is an understatement, of course. We've tried our best because I personally feel that we have got to do it within our premises. We're not responsible for anybody. I feel we're not responsible anyway for anybody outside of Derby County Football Club.
Despite the trouble, September began with a full house at Anfield as struggling Man United faced Bill Shankly's Liverpool.
Styles. It goes Kidd. And it's a goal! A beautiful goal by Brian Kidd. He rose to that one beautifully and got it in on the post. 20 minutes gone and Manchester United have taken the lead. You're not sent him backward and Everton scored! What a terrible mistake by York! And that's what happens to the Kop when Liverpool score.
Stamford Bridge saw the first in a season of refereeing rows when Chelsea took the lead against Ipswich with this Alan Hudson effort. As the slow-motion replay clearly shows, the ball did not go in the net and the referee is a plonker. Arsenal too had lost at Chelsea and needed a result against North London neighbours Tottenham.
Bradford, who's run clear. Hancock off his line and never looking at getting it. Puts it in. That's a good ball from Graham. He's got three on the far post, one coming across the nearest Kennedy.
Victory over Spurs re-established their title hopes as they travelled to face Stoke.
Good ball, Greenough, the Conroy, looking for Ritchie again, Ritchie there, and it's a goal! One man and another, now Ritchie with a chance, Ritchie with a shot, and what a great goal by John Ritchie! Good 1-2, and a good shot, and what a goal! What a goal! Greenough with a chance, it's a chip, and it's in the net! A great goal by Greenough! Marsh with a shot, with one save, there's another goal!
This 5-0 drubbing raised the first questions about Arsenal's championship ambitions.
We had regular meetings and very, very forthright team we were. We didn't hold any punches. I sometimes chaired the meetings and just said, hey, you're not doing it, you're not doing it, and so on. And then they would come back at me, how do you think you're doing it? And I said, well, you tell me. But we didn't pull any punches. We were very honest, very upfront with each other.
But Arsenal had already shown they had the pedigree to fight back. Arsenal's fighting spirit came in handy against Italian club Lazio. The match was drawn, but Arsenal won on points.
And we were coming out in different stages, and I seen Peter Maranello getting thrown across a taxi, and I seen somebody else, and anyway, we jumped him, and I grabbed one guy, and somebody jumped in my back and was punching me in the back of the head, but I wouldn't let this fella go. And we had a fella called Jackie Carmichael, who was a Scottish guy who was in our team, and he had somebody pinched against the wall, and he was battering the hell out of him. But it was total mayhem, and it lasted for about 10